All right, guys. So this is, if you clicked on it, the Intro to Distance Learning Physical Science kind of explanation of how things will be going. So hopefully you're watching this video first. This should be the first thing you should do today. Um, we're going to go over the syllabus, and I'm going to talk about how we've organized class materials. So I'm going to click on the syllabus here. We're going to go over that first. Feel free to read over this on your own. I'm just going to highlight a few of the biggest things. So obviously we're doing some um, distance learning here, right? So this is how things will go. Each week, probably on Sunday or before Monday, I'm going to post the week's notes, assignments, etc. Expect about 1.5 to 2 hours of stuff a week. Notes will be PowerPoints or videos. I'm going to post a lot of videos. The assignments and assessments we do by usually Thursday or Friday, whatever the last day of the week is. Our first 2 weeks are a little bit different, just because we are kind of we in terms of timing, this couldn't have come a lot worse for us in terms of where we're at in a unit. So there will be a process for test corrections and quiz corrections. I got to think about that still, but just know that. So every day of the week has a unique folder. So if we have 4 days, which next week, the week of the 10th of April, will be a 4-day week. So that means Friday there was no assignment due. It was just Monday through Thursday. And we'll talk about that when we get there. This week is a little weird because we have some review and like 2 little quizzes in it. But in general, it'll be 1 assessment. So grading and test, 50% is going to be the assignments you do, 50% is tests or quizzes. Check the portal for grade, not Schoology. Your grades are going to be posted in Schoology, but that's just so I can record really easily how you guys are doing. Otherwise, it's a pain in the butt for me. So I'm assuming that you're using your notes on tests and quizzes, and you're not cheating by any other means. That means talking to other people or taking at the same time, that kind of thing. So, this is a really great time for you to practice what type of person you want to be. Honesty, integrity, those are great qualities to have. Let's do our best with them. And then ask me questions. So your weekly assignments, a lot of that's going to be an honor system, meaning you're not going to do well if you don't ask questions and complete them. Like that's what it boils down to. Unfortunately or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, your success is much more in your hands. So you can print out the assignments or do them and do it that way. If you have a printer, you can just do them on a notebook. It's assumed that you're doing your own work, right? And here's the big idea. There's a video walkthrough of every single problem that we do. Use that, like the video so I know you're watching it. And then I can get a sense like, hey, if I got to reach out to your parents and you're not staying on top of the videos, be like, well, they haven't watched any of them. How do I know? They haven't liked them. And that was what they were requested to do. So attendance is taken daily. I'm going to check that you've accessed Schoology every single day. And you should have the work done by about 7 p.m. Sometime between then and when I go to bed, I'm going to be checking to see that you've accessed our coursework. So there's a way that I can do that. I can see what the last thing you accessed in my course was and when you did it. So, if it says like, oh, they logged on to Schoology today, but they didn't even log into my course, it's a really easy way for me to see that you're not staying on top of your stuff. Okay. But I would also like you guys to like or comment on the YouTube video every time you watch, so I know who's accessing them. Okay. That's a requirement by laws. I got to take attendance still. So I will be available by email every day from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. That's my email address right here. And I'm going to respond within 30 minutes. So I'm planning on meeting with you in small groups and or alone with Zoom or some other feature, Google Hangouts, when you need it. So email me and we can set up a time and realize that just as much as I'm going to have grace and flexibility with you guys, I want to have grace and flexibility for me as well. If there's things that aren't going well, are going well, let me know. So the more you communicate and the more clearly you communicate, the better things will go for us. Okay. And lastly, I want to see you, meet with you, all that kind of stuff as much as you want to. So I fully respect that, maybe you don't need that. You're just say, I want to get my work done. That's totally fine. But it's not a platitude or something I'm just saying when I'm telling you guys that I love hanging out with you in class, and catching up with you and all that kind of stuff. So if you want to schedule a Zoom meeting to talk about life or coursework, let's do it. Assume 10-minute windows. Okay, so if you email me like, hey, I'm available from this time to this time to tonight to discuss it, are you available? If it's after 3 p.m., I understand that technically I'm not working anymore, so I might not be able to do it, but I'll certainly do my best to meet those requests as well, because it's just a weird time. Okay, so I teach because of you guys, not necessarily because of science. I love science, but I'm teaching because of you, not because of that. So that's our syllabus here. Let me know if you have questions, big ideas. I'm taking attendance daily based off of your activity levels on here. There's walkthrough videos for every single problem, so try them and walk through. Okay. Oh, sorry, wrong button. Okay, so now let's go look at how this will work. So this week, the only thing that should be shown is Flex Learning Week 1. And the first thing in there is a walkthrough. It talks about what each assignment is and how to best complete it. So that on Monday, walk that or go through it. And it's just going to tell you, okay, so how should I go through this stuff? Here's the problem work through. Tuesday, what should I do? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and so forth. Okay, and then at the end of the week, if you note here, there are 2 assignments that are due, and that should actually say Thursday the 2nd. Okay, I will change that by the time you guys have access to this. And then the next week, Wednesday. So after that week, this stuff is there for you to work through, but you don't have to go back and reference it, because next week we're going to go over the unit review, do some calculation review stuff. This one is going to be open for you to take over and over again. But in general, most quizzes like the ones on this Thursday, you'll only be able to take once, and there will be a method for correction, but that will only happen once everybody's taken it. And then Wednesday we're going to take the test, okay? And then Thursday it will be test corrections. There's going to be a sheet and a video, so you can see how to do test corrections digitally. And then Friday we don't have school scheduled, so there's only 4 days of work scheduled for that day. So in general, tests and quizzes, there's only going to be a 24-hour window that they're available. You got to take them that day. If you can't because you're sick or something else, let me know so that we can make accommodations for that kind of stuff. But big piece is get in contact with me if you need help. I really need your guys' feedback. Like, hey, I'm not doing well. It's not gonna help you very much if you don't really do that. And then every single week, there will be a new folder posted for as long as we're doing this that has everything laid out day by day. So all you have to do on Monday is the Monday folder. All you have to do on Tuesday is the Tuesday folder. All you have to do on Wednesday is the Wednesday folder, Thursday folder, and so forth. And if you fall behind, that's going to be a really big struggle. And so your big focus is, hey, I just got to show up. I got to work every single day for 15 to 20 minutes and do what I'm supposed to that day. Like this Monday, the first Monday, you're reviewing the notes and then trying like 10 to 15 practice problems. Okay, that should only take you 20 minutes. Okay, and if you're still on Tuesday, if you need to review the notes, you can certainly go back to Monday, but then you're trying 10, 50 more questions. Okay, so we're really breaking it down to the basics here. I know it's kind of a bummer that we don't get to do the labs and things like that, but it just is kind of the nature of life right now. So we're going to do our best with it. Most importantly, remember, I love you guys, care about you, and I'm here to support you in any way I can. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.